That's her, Stanley.
اليوم رح نلعب ذا ستانلي بارابل، لعبة لاعبين منها جزء من فترة طويلة، وحبينا نلعب بارت 2 منها ونهاية جديدة منها، لأنه اللعبة هي نفسها ولكن أنت شو بتعمل؟ بتحدد نهايتك بإيدك. فاليوم نهاية جديدة. قبل ما تبلشوا بالمقطع ما تنسونا من اللايك وخلونا نبلش. ستانلي بيشتغل بشركة
Employee number 427's job was
رقمه
simple. He
427.
sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year.
يعني روتين بيشتغل بقلب أوضة رقمه 427 وعلى الكيبورد.
Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job.
Okay.
And Stanley was happy.
ستانلي
And then
مبسوط.
one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow.
أيوة.
No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong.
يوم من الأيام حس بعزلة، ما إجا أوردرات، ما عم يشتغل، ما حدا قال له صباحه، ما في حدا عنده
But
بالشركة.
as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
أوكي، فقرر يقوم من الديسكتوب تبعه ويشوف ليش، شو فيه، خير إن شاء الله. فستانلي مشي، لقى أبواب مسكرة. ستانلي بعده عم يمشي وراق بالأرض. ستانلي بيطلع من هيدا الباب. ستانلي مكأبة معه على الآخر، حاسس إنه
When
الحياة
Stanley
صعبة.
came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
لما ستانلي اجى على بابين مفتوحين، ستانلي راح على الشمال، فأنا حروح على
This
اليمين.
was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley
آخر
knew
همي
it
برو.
perfectly well.
آخر همي.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
أوكي.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few... But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
ستانلي أخذ أول باب مفتوح على شماله. ايزي.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's
ستانلي مش
incredible he
ماشي
wasn't
على
5
ذوقك
years
أنت، شو
ago.
مين مفكر حالك يعني لتقلي وين بدي روح؟ أنا بمشي مثل ما أنا بدي. ستانلي وقف عاي، يلا ابلع.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
هلا والله.
I'm not your enemy, really. I'm
بالبارت
not.
1 مشينا مثل ما
I
بدك،
realize
هالمرة
that
لا يا
investing your
حبيبي، لا
trust in someone
لا.
else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself.
بلا
I'm not asking for
برو، عم بيقول
me.
لي ما وقت تاخذ قرارات من راسك، ليش؟
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
أنا وين رايح؟ أوكي باب.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to...
What?
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go.
وحدة عم
All right,
تقول لي
now, I want you to come in and
هذا
tell me
أنت.
all
لحظة بدي
about
أحط
your
الأكل بال وات؟ إيه اللعنة أبوكي.
Gotcha! Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life
هاي
to
loving
you?
wife حبيبي.
I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
أوكي. هيدا الأوفن. أوكي.
This is a
ولا
very
مش
sad
هيدي
story
مايكروويف
about the
أنت شو؟
death of a man named Stanley.
Good morning, please press R on your keyboard.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Okay. Press 3.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do.
طبعا ما لانه ما خليت لي قرار، انت عم تشمت فيي لانه عم تقول انت عم تعمل مثل ما انا عم اقول لك. يلا ماشي.
Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
B.
But in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful, and each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
برو أنا ندمت إني أنا ما عملت مثل ما بدك يا خيي. فينا نصلح العلاقات. راح التلفزيون.
First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
يا خيي عفوا يا خيي بعتذر.
So he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
حاضر.
As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
To tell your kids a story.
It was such a wonderful fantasy. And so in his head, he relived it again. And then again. And again. Over and over. Wishing beyond hope that it would never end. That he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
تتمنيل علي.
But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one. And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
قال لي المرة الجاي بس نقول لك بوش على بطن ما تعملها. فشرت بدي ارجع اكبسها مش على ذوقك. يلا ابلع. في اول بارت اتفقنا انه تاني بارت حنعمل كل شيء بالعكس، وهلا عم نعمل كل شيء بالعكس. يلا ابلع نيس. شو بدك؟ Press 8 to question nothing. Okay.
I suppose I can't. Not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again.
Please die.
And Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button.
Please. What? يا رجعنا من الأول. طيب يا اخوان، هيدي كانت تاني نهاية لهاللعبة، فيها كتير نهايات. رح نوقف اللعبة هون على تاني نهاية، وهيك بيكون عملنا بارت 2 على تاني نهاية، ورح نعمل بعد نهاية تالتة. رح تكون نص بنص، شوي من اللي هو بيقولوا بنعمله صح، وشوي من اللي نحنا بيقولوا ما بنعمله صح، بنعمل اللي براسنا، وبنشوف كيف بتكون النهاية. تمام؟ طيب يا اخواتي، لهون بكون خلص مقطعنا لليوم The Stanley Parable الجزء الثاني. بتمنى تكونوا استمتعتوا. في حال استمتعتوا اكتبوا لي بالكومنتس تحت، وفي حال ما استمتعتوا قولوا لي كرمال الغيها. جي جي and باي باي.